Hello guys, Michael Wayne here. Today we'll be dealing with vectors. To refresh our idea about vectors, a vector is a quantity that has a magnitude and a direction. In this video we'll be primarily focusing on how to resolve a vector into its components. We're trying to find the y component to the vector as well as the x component to the vector. However, we require two things. We require an angle and the magnitude of the vector. For example, we'll take a cliff and a boy on top of the cliff kicking a ball into the sun. Okay, let's say the angle he kicks the ball is 45 degrees. And the magnitude at which he kicks it, 10 meters per second. So to figure this out, first we would have to draw the vector. And then its components. Y. And x. From there on we plug in from what we know. We know it's 10 meters per second of the vector, and we know it's 45 degrees. We're going to use trigonometry here. So Katoa, specifically, we're going to use cosine to find out x, and we're going to use sine to find out y. First we'll take x over 10 is equal to cosine 45. Then we multiply both sides by 10. And now we know what x is. X is about 5.25 meters per second. And now we can work on the y component. So we'll take y over 10 is equal to sine 45. And then we'll multiply both sides by 10. This gets us to about 8.5 meters per second. And that's not all. We have to figure out, what if they give us one component and an angle? Or what if they give us both the x and y component? How will we find out the vector? Well, here we go. Let's say they give us the x component and the y component. We'll draw our y component and our x. And finally our vector. This is really simple because we'll be using the Pythagorean theorem. So 5 squared plus 20 squared is equal to vector squared. So 25 plus 400 is equal to what? So we'll square root this. Then that'll give us about 20.615 meters per second. And now, what if they give us the vector and one component. First we'll draw out the vector, 100 meters per second. Then we'll draw out the x, 36 meters per second. And finally the y, which we don't know. We would also use the Pythagorean theorem again. So 36 squared plus y squared is equal to 100 squared. It'll give us 1,296 plus y squared is equal to 10,000. Then we subtract the 1,296 to 10,000 and we get 8,704. Square root that. And the y component is equal to about 93.2.